But Dave had my back huge during that.
That's right.
And you said, if you fire Dan, you're firing me, or something similar.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
That's fucking awesome.
Like I fucking need Dan. It's like, it's like my right-hand man, like the guy who knows my shit inside and out.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't just mid-tour, like bring some dude aboard. I was like, does this sound good? Like he doesn't know what the fuck I want.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like,
well, you could do it. You would survive, but you wouldn't be as happy or comfortable.
no, your tech is your lifeline. Your tech is
How'd the whole Lifeline thing come about?
it's your lifeline, and you're on a stage with up to 50,000 people sometimes, depending on where you're playing. We haven't seen 50,000 people in quite some time.
In festivals.
Yeah, festivals. Yeah, exactly. And, if something goes wrong, like you need to have an eye coordination, trust, intuitive.
An unspoken language.
An unspoken language that me and Dan have.
There's times when Dave is halfway across the stage and his solo's coming up, and he knows that if he doesn't go do the pedals, that I'm going to run out there and do it.
That's right.
And I could be wrong, but I feel like even on off nights when you're not happy to be there,
Yeah.
knowing you have someone there
right.
just helps you get through it.
A friend is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've also learned to wait until there's a break during the baseball game he's watching
Which
to
he
look
does.
over
He does
and
do
get
that.
assistance.
That has happened a couple times.
Many times.
That's amazing.
Many
A couple times.
where Dan's just like looking at his phone with some MLB fucking playoff.
But you
thing.
understand.
I do.
And you let him have that.
I don't mind.
I don't know if you're aware too of how many times when I'm at the shows, I just constantly fuck with Dan because I know
Constantly.
he's trying to pay attention to you.
So there's a game that we have where every single time Todd comes to a show, when I'm tuning, he'll point to the tune and be like, "What's that do?" Every single time.
He'll tune it and the line will go a little above the E string. I'll go, no, back down a little.
good.
Down. It's just
Little games.
I have to entertain myself when I'm there, or I'll go crazy.
I haven't tuned a guitar in a very long time.
Well, that's good.
You don't need to.
That means you're doing something right.
I don't know if I could.
I bet you
could.
With a machine, I could.
You couldn't set up your gear. You couldn't set up your live rig.
My amp now?
Not with your pedal board and stuff. It's very simple.
I think I could.
Really?
Let me ask you.
Man,
so
I hear a challenge coming.
Ooh.
oh my God.
That would be a
put all my gear in crates and let me have at it.
By the way, they're not crates, they're cases.
Whatever
First
the
of all,
fuck they are.
Yeah.
We got to film
we'll
that
film
now.
that, yeah.
well, we have rehearsal in a little
That's
over.
a good idea.
Let's do that.
In roadie crates.
Yeah. So we'll do a whole
Is that
thing
what
with
you-
Roadie
Dave.
boxes.
Roadie
We could do a whole
boxes.
thing. You can set up your rig, everything that Dan does. You could wake up at my house and take my children to school. And deal
That's
with
part of the challenge I'm not into.
Fuck his wife.
Yeah. Go
Whoa,
ahead.
whoa, back up. I'm into it again. So here's the thing. I'm going to ask you. So guitar, cable goes into the wah pedal,
Yep.
out of the tuner, into the input.
You're already wrong.
That's not true. I'm right.
No, we got a splitter box for your Jane's rig.
I'm talking for Royal Machines.
Okay. All right.
So far, I'm
Sure,
right?
Take the
Yep.
easy setup.
Yep.
Take the thing, the cable out of the tuner, put it in the input of the head, put the speaker cable, not a regular cable.
You know the difference?
No. I know that if you unscrew it, you can see a difference, but I don't know what to look for.
You can see it on the actual piece too.
What is it?
There's different lines on a speaker cable.
What, different lines?
Huh? Different indentations.
Okay, so that I would
Drew's
look
here.
for that. I would look for that cable, and then I would go out of the the head, you would call it, right?
Which would you plug into in the back? Which speaker jack? And what ohmage would you use?
I use 8 ohms.
You don't.
I use 16.
You don't.
What do I use? 4?
4.
I use 4 ohms. Om. Om.
Do you want
Just
to
hook your
run?
vape up into the thing.
Do you want to run the cab in mono or stereo?
Om. There is no stereo,
Wrong again.
but it's one sound. How could it possibly be stereo?
Some people run mono. They want to run 2 speakers instead of 4.
Right, I understand, but how could one instrument produce a stereo sound?
That I don't know, but I know there's 2 different inputs for it. I know there's options.
It can't.
It can.
There's no way.
It is boring.
By definition, you would need 2 tracks for it to be in stereo. And there's
don't
only
know.
one input.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I just busted him.
You didn't bust shit.
Blew your Lazar theory wide open.